Hey guys! These are my friends, and today we are going to be just having raw footage about us talking about just music and
Very
how
raw.
God has encountered us through music and how amazing our experience with music is, basically, because we are all musicians and these aren't even half of my friends that are musicians, so
yeah, this is a quarter.
yeah, let's get to talking. Okay, so
Any questions? I'm kidding.
okay, so what got you into music?
There was a big musical calling on my life, basically, and I just wanted to learn piano. Well, actually, no, that's not it. Actually, what happened was I was singing for a bit. It was practice, my youth group, the music, and worship, that kind of stuff. The sun's in my face. And basically, after a while, and the worship leader, he just walked up to me and he's like, "Hey, do you know piano?" And I'm like, "A little bit, just a tiny bit." And then he taught me this much, and now I know music and I love music.
Yeah.
So for me, music has always been a part of my life. Since I was really little, I've always been singing, and my dad, where we used to live, he was a worship leader, so he would be on the stage a lot, and I would be look up to him in that, so I'd always loved music. And I took piano for a long time in my life, so I still know some, but I haven't recently been doing piano lessons. But I play the ukulele and I sing, so yeah.
What got me into music? Oh, that's really, really hard. I think because my grandfather, he's a piano tuner, and he's blind. He knows how to play the piano, and he's actually really inspiring because he can just listen to a song for a while and he can find the melody, and he's blind, and that's really, really cool. And so I guess all my life I've had a piano, not a keyboard but a piano. I play the piano. So I've always had that option in my life. So when I was 8, I think, or I was really young, I started taking piano lessons, but it was the more classical kind of music. And that didn't inspire me very much. I didn't really like it. And so eventually I quit. And I did lots of other stuff in my life. And I sang a lot when I was little, and I have a very musical heart. I'm very musically wired. And I would sing a lot,
too.
and I would have a huge notebook
I was
full of
singing when I'm cleaning.
yeah, I would have a notebook full of songs, and when I was a little girl, my mom can testify to this, I'd walk up and down the street and sing about Jesus, and it'd just come from my heart.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, and then so
I just love music. It's another language, and it's a way to
Yeah,
express
exactly.
yourself. That's
It
one
is.
reason I love it so much.
Yeah,
So
and then
basically, music is Alright, sorry, you keep talking. I'll say it later.
yeah, so then she started piano, and she is so amazing. She just learns things so fast, and it is so beautiful
I
to
learned
watch
in
her.
3 months tops.
Yeah,
You're
literally.
amazing,
Yes.
Joy. I can't believe it.
It's so beautiful to watch her just play, and so she inspired me, and I was like, well, I know how to play, but it's not fun for me, but for her it's fun, so I want to learn how to make piano fun. And so I went to my youth leader. He's a pianist, and he teaches piano. So I went to him, and he taught me so much, and I learned so much. And it was he would teach me songs. He would teach me inverteds, chords, melodies, and it was really amazing. So I guess that's what got me into music, I guess.
Yeah, before my grandma was trying to teach me music, but it was just piano, raw piano, so she only taught me the notes on the piano, and she didn't even teach me the sharps. So I would just look at all these black keys and just what is this for and how do I use it?
Yeah, funny thing, whenever I was little, I thought sharps, you could only play the sharps, the black keys on the piano, if you were some advanced person Beethoven.
too.
I'm sorry. Wait, someone just biffed it over there. She slipped and fell on her butt. She was walking, and she slid and slammed down on her butt.
Ow.
But she was laughing, so it was kind of funny.
Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about with music? I know.
What our favorite music genres are.
Okay,
We should do
you
that.
go.
Christian, definitely.
Okay. Well, Christian, but not type, but genre, classical pop. What? Mine is more upbeat. I love upbeat, Sorry, Scarlett, though. But mine is more like upbeat, kind of pop, kind of cool sounding music. Like, that's my type of music. Like, I love that. But I also like beautiful music that has like piano like as the main instrument and like violin in the background. I just love that type of music. Like, not classical, but I like classical, like, but it's not my favorite. But like, I mean, like, where people sing, like, those type of songs.
Okay. It's more like, I like heartfelt music. It's
yeah,
like,
that's what I meant.
It comes from the heart and it's like pouring out. So I do like spontaneous too.
Yeah, I'm a fun person, so that's why I like upbeat.
I love spontaneous, and I like really, really upbeat music that's just gonna like go like ba 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 ba, and like the pre-chorus is like really, really good, and all the build up and like
rap music where it's like do 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 do, and then you wait for that, like, it's like burr, 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 and then it's like well, I watched this video and there were these rappers and they were like, it was like the music was building up and, you know, the crowd, the audience were getting ready for that one big part of the music, and it's like that main chorus or something of the song, like, that's really upbeat. And so these like DJs, they were like this, and the rapper, and they're like doing all this stuff, and they were like do 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 do, and then instead of going or something like cool like that, I know I'm making weird noises, but instead of doing that, they turned it into classical music, and then they just dropped down and hid behind the stadium, and the whole crowd was like, oh, it was like do 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 do, and then they were like, it was like do 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 do, and everyone's like this, and then they went, oh, it was hilarious, and they like hid behind the little like thing. It was funny.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, like, how has God encountered you through music?
I don't really know, really. I don't think he has yet, but I just
No,
always...
he has.
Well, actually, that's not true. That's right. But actually, every time like I heard like a worship song when I was little, I'd always like sing to it. What are you
Trying to block the sun.
It's okay. I'll hop behind Liberty's head.
So go on.
Okay. I'm just gonna move that.
Just tie it up or something. Anyway,
So how has God encountered you through music?
while she's standing there, I'll just say, well, I feel like God uses music as something powerful, how he can speak to us in ways.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going through a hard time
Yeah.
or dealing with some pain, God can actually heal us through the music,
Yeah.
because like the lyrics actually, we can relate to it, and God can be like, yeah, I'm here for you. Like, if you listen, like, God can move with music through you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it was fun.
But like when I was little, I would always like sing every time I heard a worship song, and like I remember like very distinctly like in children's worship, I was like 6. It's like I never like experienced worship like that, but it was just like even like where they like teach you actions, and it was like off like a disc or something, like the worship. But I'd always be like this, like I was always like this, and I was like worshiping God, and like I was just like so eager for Him, and like that was my first experience with worship. And then I actually do remember like they did workshops there. There was like 1 or 2 we went to before we moved to Bethesda. Or no, it was a different church, but they did workshops, and I went there.
It's so funny, because
just
it's like,
worship.
you know how like our church is practically like our home? It's like
Yeah.
when we moved there.
Yeah.
Like, I noticed we said
It's our home.
when we moved to Bethesda. We don't actually live there,
Like-
but it's an awesome church.
I just always loved worship. Like that's just like been a part of me for like ages, and like I just like love the worship. Like I just love music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like when maybe my first encounter like with God through music was this is honestly, I don't know. I feel like it was when
Oh, that plane is
yeah.
Sorry, that's
It was when I was first like getting inspired to play the piano again, and I was like inspired by Zoe, and I was looking up chords online and like trying to teach myself, and I actually taught myself a lot. I just like didn't know how
Wow.
to do it properly. And so I was playing How He Loves, and like I wasn't worrying about counting because I didn't really like remember that from when I was taught it before. I wasn't worrying about that. I wasn't really worrying about maybe sounding good or, you know, playing every note right. I was just focusing on the song and like how it pleased God, and I was just like playing the piano, and I was just so happy and so just I don't know how to describe it, but it was really nice.
Yeah. So we probably don't want this video to go too long, but is there any last question that you want to ask?
Let's do.
I actually could ramble if I wanted to about music theory. I probably shouldn't though.
Yeah, let's not. I'm kidding.
I just want to say one thing though. I just think it's so cool how like music.
I was kidding.
I know, I was too. But anyways, like music is like science and math and art all at the same time. It's like all this creativity. And I just think it's so cool. It's like that. It's like God gave us music so we could glorify Him, but just music itself glorifies Him.
Yeah.
Like, we just look at the music itself. Because it's like, literally, like, math, and then, like, there's science involved, because it's like, all these, like, different notes go all together. It's like C flat. Not C flat, what am I saying?
C flat, is that a thing?
I meant to say C sharp. C sharp and D don't sound well together, and that's like science. I don't really know how science explains it, but basically it's like those two notes don't go together just because of like the way the piano was made or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know how to explain that part. But actually I got a vision the other night, and I was like asking God about it because I couldn't sleep or whatever. But basically I asked God how there is like how there is music in like plants, because like I had heard about that, and it was really beautiful. That's how I described it. It was like basically this flower was blooming, but as it bloomed it started singing, and then there's like all these different flowers in heaven, and like they had like how there's like music components in them, like some had like harpsichord or whatever, and some were like tubas, like the way they're constructed, the flowers. And it was just so cool, and like, I don't know if this is actually true, but I kind of felt that like flowers do bloom when they sing, or when they sing they I said that wrong, reverse that.
But we can't hear it?
Yeah, like that. It's like, it's like they make a noise, but it's like,
it's silent to our ears.
It's kind of like energy.
Okay, so, like, I like energy, but almost like a dog whistle. How only dogs do that.
Maybe. I don't know if that's scientifically proven.
Okay.
The flower thing.
One more just random question. What is your guys' like favorite chord?
I think right now it's E, but it used to be B flat.
Okay. What's your favorite chord? There's chords on the ukulele.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I haven't played the ukulele in a long time. Like, it's just like, I used to be so fluent in like practicing it, and it's just like, summer was really crazy, so I didn't really pick it up a lot. But I'm getting back into it, so I guess right now I'd say, I think it's E. Like, I don't know.
I love E.
E or C. C is really simple, but it's really pretty.
Okay, mine would be C sharp, I think, or B major.
Okay. Anyway, guys,
Yeah.
we hope you enjoyed this video. We know it's going on 15 minutes now, but subscribe to her because she's awesome. Subscribe to me, please.
And I do not have a channel.
Yes, you do.
I do, but I haven't posted anything.
She will post videos soon.
Probably.
Subscribe to her.
Subscribe.
She
It's
does art
and music.
I do
it's
horse
gorgeous.
stuff. She does horse and random art stuff too.
You guys almost hugged each other.
Bye!